And as CNN and other news organizations point out, rising unemployment for black workers has in the past served as an indicator of economic weakness. Another indicator is a report issued by the payroll processing group ADP. This data focuses only on private sector employment, and the latest ADP report showed a private sector job loss.
Minus 33,000. ADP saying that non-farm payrolls declined by 33,000. That's substantially below, for the second month in a row, the estimate of 100,000. It is the only decline since March of 2023. Goods sector not doing too badly, up 32,000. The losses appear to come from the services sector. We'll show you details in a second, of minus 66,000.
In the service sector, businesses have been slow to replace workers who leave. That generally happens when there is economic uncertainty. The first 6 months of Donald Trump's second term in office have been marked by sweeping policy decisions, including broad-based tariffs, deportations, federal spending cuts, and government workforce layoffs. It all has the potential to reshape the U.S. economy. And while it does take time for these policies to work their way through the economy and become clear in economic data, the indirect impacts are already making their mark. By all accounts, job growth is becoming anemic. It's churning along, but seems to be cooling off. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Economists, markets, and businesses were certain they would have one or two rate cuts from the Federal Reserve by now that would have helped juice the economy. The Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said as much.
Speaking at the European Central Bank Forum in Portugal, Powell spoke about the reasoning behind the Fed's wait-and-see approach.
In effect, we went on hold when we saw the size of the tariffs and essentially all inflation forecasts for the United States went up materially as a consequence of the tariffs. So we didn't overreact. In fact, we didn't react at all. We're simply taking some time. As long as the U.S. economy is in solid shape, we think the prudent thing to do is to wait and learn more.
But the Fed's wait-and-see approach has not sat well with Donald Trump. He has repeatedly lashed out at Powell for not yet lowering rates, describing the Fed chair as a numbskull and a moron. The intensity of the name-calling underscores that even Donald Trump believes the Fed lowering rates could energize the sputtering U.S. economy and trigger new job creation. But the Fed is more concerned at the moment about rising inflation caused by Trump and doesn't want the economy to add to the inflation. Between rising inflation, a lackluster job market, tariffs causing American consumers to pay more for goods, and U.S. market instability, the overall mood in the United States under Trump is more grim.